Girls on Games podcast. Thank you for joining us this evening. We got a wonderful hour or so of video game talk to spend with you. But first, before we start, we're a threesome here this evening.
Yes, we are.
A threesome of ladies!
Plus.
That is right. Yeah, we're going to try and keep it PG-13, but we do, we drop F-bombs and anything else. Who cares? It can go 18 plus, who else? It doesn't matter. But I guess if we want to start in at who our wonderful panel is here today, my name is Leah Jewer. I am the co-founder of Girls on Games. I also have Kat Ashley with us, our in-house Halo and shooter expert, who I'm actually sad could not help hang out with us last week when we were talking all about Halo 5. So, thanks, Kat, for coming. So we'll have to talk a little Halo 5. We've also got Allie, also known as 8-Bit Blonde. She is our RPG addict and handheld gaming queen. Hey, Allie, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I haven't been here for a long time.
I know. Thank you for, welcome back. Glad you're super, healthy now and everything is good. Yeah, it happens. Muscles. Life will do that to you. I want to thank everybody in the chat for coming and hang out with us here this evening. We obviously do this podcast out of the love of video games and the love of hanging out with you guys. We've got a small little donate button below if you wouldn't mind giving us a $1 or $2. We're actually trying our best to get to Fan Expo to do live podcasts, and we're working on one at Montreal Comic Con as well. So all the funds go towards that. And we thank you and love you forever. Not that we don't already love you now, but it just makes it a little bit extra love. I mean, threesome love today. Yeah. All right.
Definitely threesome love.
Threesome love. There's going to be lots of threesome jokes today.
We should clarify that's not what they're paying for.
No, yeah. We're not going to do that. All right, so let's get right into it. Allie, what have you been playing?
Well, Leah, I got this special little game in the mail today. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's Etrian Mystery Dungeon, which is the Etrian, the Etrian Odyssey Mystery Dungeon.
Oh, Allie stalled out. Poor girl.
Well, at least we get to stare at her face.
We get to see your face. Allie, you stalled out, my duck. Yeah, you stalled out.
Am I back?
You're back.
Yes, you're back.
Hi, I'm back. Sorry, guys. So, fun times. I'm going to be playing a lot of this. I don't know what you guys heard, but Etrian Mystery Dungeon.
I'm excited.
That's my plan.
That's
plan.
Did you play anything over Easter?
A lot of Guild Wars 2.
Nice. And Allie also was the one who hosted our very first Indie Spotlight night last week. She played Hollow Bunnies, which is now up on the website if you want to check it out. We had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Cutest fat little pineapple in the world. Fuck, I wanted to eat that little.
Only makes sense if you watch the stream.
Sorry. Actually, I might have a thing for pineapples, but
Pineapples are wonderful to eat, to have in drinks, to mix with alcohol.
Versatile.
Anyways. Kat, what have you been up to? What have you been playing?
God. Well, not to spoil anything, but I haven't been playing that much except for I've been doing Borderlands, the remastered Handsome Jack collection, but I've been playing mostly pre-sequel because I didn't play it yet. It's a fucking buggy mess, as I was ranting in chat. Yeah. It's, on my part, and it's only for the co-ops, or for those who play solo, I'm sure it's not the same thing or anything, but, the frame rate drops to, slow-mo style.
That's not good.
Screen tearing, no, it's actually really, but it's, it's Borderlands, so Devin and I are sticking through it.
You can be forgiven.
It's forgiven, but yeah, I've been playing pretty much that. It's good, but, honestly, sometimes it's a struggle, so. That's it for now. I've been playing.
It happens. Yeah. I've been watching and learning about MLB The Show 15. My fiance's been playing, and I'm going to dive in as well soon. And playing some more Necrodancer, because that's what I do. Yeah, I enjoy that. A little bit of beat games every evening. It's fun. So let's dive into the hot news. So today's been fun. I know a lot of people have spent a lot of today locked on Twitch, especially that interactive reveal by Square Enix that's supposed to be taking the next 3 days. I don't know how they're going to do this. It's creepy, it's fun, it's a great idea, but 3 days straight, wow.
I didn't expect that because I logged on like, okay, I'm going to take an hour off my study break. I'm going to watch this. Then I saw the countdown go to 5 hours. I was like, what the fuck? Then I scrolled down and I saw like the schedule. So they were revealing like they were doing votes because in the thing, the chat gets to vote for certain things. Like I voted for folk music, which won, by the way. But anyways, after a while, I just said, no, I can't, I have a life to live. So like I like the whole puzzle, like long, strung out fucking thingamabob, but like this is too long a bit. I don't know. I just want to know, but pretty much Deus Ex, but I don't know.
I'm with Kat. I really like puzzles in reveals and teasers and whatnot, and that's why I was like really on board with PT because it had a lot of nuances and hidden stuff in it, but it was quick. You know what I mean? Like you could replay it how many times over 3 days, whereas this thing is hyping something that we really know nothing about as of now.
Yeah.
I mean, people are guessing, but it's kind of 3 days is a long time.
It's super long.
I mean, and the thing is you're watching it and you play it in the background. Like this is what I was doing at work, which was actually kind of difficult because I was trying to edit video at the same time, and it sounds just like static. And then all of a sudden something happens and you're like, oh shit, and you run back to see what's going on, and like our chat is just like, oh my god, something's happening, and we watch it and you see a little thing happens, you get a little teaser, and then it loops a few times, and then the dude like lies down again for a while and you just like that keeps happening over and over again. I mean, they are releasing little bits of information as it goes, but it's long.
No, it is
a long wait.
It's a little bit concerning too. Like, I mean, how much hype they're building. I mean,
it's creepy. I saw it go from 9,000 to 11,000 to 14,000 people watching. I was like, holy crap.
I saw 23 people at one point, then it jumped up. I was like, holy fuck, that was fast.
Yeah. It was fast.
But I mean, if it's not for Hitman, I'm happy. If it's for Deus Ex, it's worth it. I'm not a Hitman fan, so sorry, anybody.
But I mean, we have to look at it. I was talking to someone about it today. I mean, if they're not saving this for E3, which is coming up pretty quickly, and they're taking 3 days to reveal this, I mean, what is it? Like, is it a new IP? Is it the Deus Ex thing? Is it?
It's from a Western
style Hitman game. Another one.
Anything. It could be anything. I mean, it's got that. What is the name on it? I don't remember off the top of my head. Something Project.
Oh.
CKP. I mean, I love these kind of reveals in the sense that they like make you figure things out. Like I love trying to pull stuff apart. I do that with the Harry Potter books. I wrote a whole thesis on the semiotics of Lost. Having that interactivity, like it brings you in as part of it. But this, I don't know, I guess we'll have to wait and see how it all ends up after 30 days. Remember when they did it for the Batman movies with the Joker and they made that fake website and people would go into the code and everything? Look, I love that kind of stuff. That's super ingenuitive, but I don't have the time to sit and watch for that long and be on it. Do you know what I mean? So I'm just going to read NeoGAF, and when it all comes out and someone else has figured it out, I will pat them on the back virtually and say, good job, and just ingest it and take in all the knowledge.
Yeah. As I said, I'm just going to follow the hashtag on Twitter. That's it.
Yeah, because there's a lot of details, and I don't know a whole lot about neither Hitman nor Deus Ex, so it's hard for me to pull out the details. So yeah, we'll see what it is when it all rounds up. Very cool idea, though. Good way to use Twitch. It's creepy though how they shot it. It's very voyeuristic.
Yeah,
it's very
almost like you're watching a snuff film. It was very awkward at first.
Yeah, it was torture porn or something. Yeah, it was quite. It was a bit unnerving, but cool though.
We'll see. We'll keep an eye out to what happens. All right, moving on. Do you guys ever play DuckTales?
No, actually.
Did you play DuckTales?
I watch the show.
Now you can. Now you can. They remastered the game, and it's now going to live, or it now does live, on iOS, Android, and Windows devices. So, yeah, if you need a game to play on the go, there you go.
For $9.99.
Yeah, that's not bad.
I have bad vision, man. I have a hard time playing on small screens.
Really?
I never played games on my phone yet. Like, it hurts my eyeballs. Even my DS hurts my eyeballs.
Do you have an XL?
Yes, I have an XL. I'm pretty blind. Like I have my contacts on, so I can see. But wait, what?
Time to get your glasses fixed.
I just did. That's the worst part.
All right, moving on. limited edition Batman Arkham Knight console is making me drool. But I have a thing. I buy nothing but all black consoles, so it's really hard when a console comes out that is not black. I can't add it to my arsenal. Plus, yeah, I already own a PS4, so I'm not going to buy another one. But hey, if you haven't got a PS4, there's a really spiffy one coming out. You girls don't have PS4s.
No, but my dad just got one, so I don't think I'm going to get one now.
Oh, good. Now you can join in on the PS4 fun when you go to your dad's house.
Exactly. When I go to my parents' house, and if I want to play something, I'll play it. But unless there's something that comes out that's like I really desperately need, I'm not going to get it. I mean, my PS3 is not even connected anymore, so Xbox 360 is, but
it happens.
Yeah. If I was rich, I'd have one. Fuck yes, by the way.
Well, I think if we were all rich, we'd own everything.
I'd have the fucking
seriously.
Gold. Man, the man/woman/gamer cave I would build myself would be epic. Yeah. Bloodborne. Some dude finished it in 36 minutes. What the hell? I read the details on it and on this, finishing it under 36 minutes. And the dude used a hack with another dude in inventory and all this kind of stuff. So, no, you can't finish the game in 36 minutes if you play it properly. I know Voice just finished it yesterday. He tweeted about it. So, and Catherine's still working on it. So we should have our review up soon. But yeah,
I always hate that about the speed run things, or like this person finished it in like 30, but you're not playing, like you're not enjoying the game if you're purposely doing a speed run.
No,
like unless you're just, like, going towards the speed run. But to play, if someone wants to casually play it, it's not going to take them. Like, even, mind you, the other one's a bit exaggerated there, the Order 1886, but like, I don't know. I just always hate those fucking pizzazz headlines saying, oh, this game's only like 4 hours. No, it's not really 4 hours.
Well, and that's probably why Bloodborne, they were super sticklers on the embargoes and stuff in order to not get that information out. I mean, either length, be it short or long, no matter what, ends up making a story, right? And moves us on to the next one, where apparently Witcher 3 is going to take you 200 plus hours. Holy crap, there goes my life.
It should. That is, I think, the proper amount of hours for an open world RPG nowadays that you're paying $80 for. Give me 200 hours of gameplay. If you don't try and sell it to me in DLC.
No. Guys, I apologize if you're hearing my dog growl, because he's totally like attacking his blanket right now. I don't know why he decided to do that in here now today, but that's okay. Bowie's crazy. This is like, I can't even tell you how many game delays we've heard so far.
I know what you're talking about.
Quantum Break is delayed until next year. But do you want to know why they delayed it? Because apparently the Xbox holiday lineup is too damn good. That's a weird reason. Oh my.
I know. I don't really buy that reason necessarily. I mean.
Yeah, something smells off about that.
Yeah, it's kind of fishy.
Like, it is a good lineup. Like, I checked it out. There is actually a lot coming out towards the end of during the fourth quarter, but like, come on. Anyways, I'm really upset about that. Alan Wake was one of my favorite games on the 360, so I was really excited for the new IP, but what do you want to do about it? I guess next year.
That game is going to be super intense, because not only is there like the game itself, it also integrates with a TV show. So does that mean they delayed the show too? I'm so confused.
I have so many feelings about that.
Yeah.
But it's such a slippery Defiance. And that game slapped me in the face with how bad it was.
Yeah. I didn't know. Yeah.
Anyways.
Oh my. And yeah, we got delayed Zelda the week prior.
That's okay.
That's okay. We're all right with that, but Nintendo still had its Direct on April Fool's, but was no April Fool's joke. We got a whole slew of information, including a free update to Mario Kart 8, which is going to give us 200cc speed runs. That's really exciting. But what's even more exciting for me is the little knitted amiibo Yoshis.
Yeah.
The collector in me is just like, yes. They're so damn cute.
They're adorable.
So yeah, there's a whole slew of new amiibos coming out. Like, I pity people who are completionists when it comes to collectors, because there's no end to this. There's never gonna be an end to this. They're just gonna keep making figures.
Yeah, and you know what? Nintendo's really failing their collectors over here in North America, amiibo-wise. That is just turning into an absolute shit show of people trying to get their hands on these things. It's freaking ridiculous. And I don't know. I don't think this is going to end well.
The Jigglypuff, I think it is supposed to be limited to Target exclusive. Guess who doesn't have
Target anymore?
Us. Lucky us. On top of that, so we got, let's see, let's count down all the things we learned on April 1st. So we got the 200cc Mario Kart 8, we got new amiibos, we got Mewtwo and Lucas coming to Super Smash Brothers. And if you're a super big fan of Super Smash Brothers and there's, characters that you want to fight as, Nintendo opened this crazy website where you can actually vote. Obviously, Nintendo put a gigantic disclaimer saying it can't do every character and it's going to use, its own judgment. But, hey, if you want to play as Waluigi, go put it in their site. Maybe they'll actually make him as a playable character. What would be kind of cool is if we could, push them to put other stuff like that Rayman character in it. That was someone hacking the system.
They are open to third-party characters, are they not? Isn't that in the disclaimer?
So.
I think that's the case.
That would be kind of cool.
So that's kind of cool.
Let's put in wouldn't it be funny to have South Park characters in there?
Oh my god, like Cartman.
Yes. No, kitty, it's my pie.
Oh my god, that's actually pretty
good. Chasing Mewtwo.
There goes the extent of my voice acting. We're done. On top of normal physical amiibo characters, we're also getting card ones that has to do with that Animal Crossing Happy Home designer.
So excited. So excited.
Over that one, we're totally throwing the Happy Home designer in her course. That's right up her alley.
God, guys, I have such an Animal Crossing addiction. It's unbelievable. And I think just putting Animal Crossing aside, as much as it pains me, the whole amiibo cards thing, I think that's really cool.
It is. It's a cute idea.
It's a cute idea. I think if they're smart, they'll go back and make cards for the amiibo that have already been released. Because, let's be honest, no one's actually... A small percentage of people are actually buying these things to use.
Yeah.
Everybody is buying them to sit on their computer desk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So in the boxes. You can't use them when they're in the boxes.
Yeah. So I think to re-release those as cards gives people the chance, to kind of quasi-finish their collection. And it makes it cheaper too for people because all those amiibos add up. They're what, $15, $16 a piece? $15 a piece?
About, yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, that could get expensive, especially when they start getting hard to get and you have to pay more than that for them.
Yeah, the $1,000 that they're going for online. It's ridiculous.
So that gold Mario?
Yeah, I think it's a Walmart exclusive, the gold Mario.
Something like that. The exclusives. They're just making my life difficult. On top of that, they're going to make that NFC reader. So if you don't have a new Nintendo 3DS like I do, you got one of the old ones and you still love it, you can get the little reader that'll plug in so that it'll read your amiibos and the amiibo cards. And if I believe properly, that's coming out with Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer as well.
Yes, it is. Yeah, it's coming on the same day. They're not a package or anything, but it's the same day release.
Same day. Yeah. Wow, so much information came out that day. Along with, we have a release date for Splatoon, May 29th, and that's getting 3 amiibos. So, people, hold on to your credit cards, make some space on your shelves, because there's at least 15 amiibos coming in the near future for this year. Oh my god. Did you guys get the chance to watch the whole Nintendo Direct? It was only
I was in class.
Minutes long.
I agree. I watched it after it had aired.
Yeah? Nope. Was there anything big outside of that really struck your eye?
No, not really. I saw Animal Crossing and everything kind of went hazy after that.
Delirious.
But no, I think they're moving at the right pace, Nintendo, right now. They're taking it easy.
The next bit we're going to hear is E3 for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm hoping for some Star Fox then.
Yes.
Because what else are they going to talk about? They don't have Zelda.
Star Fox. Represent my Star Fox.
I was drinking from that cup this morning.
What is that cup?
We got
it from Star Fox coffee.
Where did you get that?
Arcade block, yo.
Nerd block.
Wow.
Yeah, which I canceled, which I'm regretting now, but.
Allie, you should do live Twitch streams of you opening your arcade blast.
I do, actually.
You do on your channel?
Yeah.
Sweet. So, check that out. Let us know next time. We will host it. Awesome. All right, moving on. I guess the last bit of hot news. Well, and say last bit, I mean a ton of news came out, but this is, the big ones that we're talking about here today. The next Gears of War is not going to come to the 360. It's going to be an Xbox One exclusive. Thoughts, ladies?
It was going to happen.
No, at all.
Why would you put it on 360? You want everybody to buy fancy new consoles and spend more money.
Pretty much.
Do you think,
I guess.
Do you think that this will be the shortest amount of time for the old generation to drop off than other generations? Because, I mean, the PlayStation 2 hung around for quite a while.
I think it's going to depend on Microsoft and Sony. Because, I mean, Sony's been pretty good about keeping their older consoles, like you said, with the PS2. That stuck around for a while. And especially in Japan, I think they were publishing games for the PS2.
Yeah, in Japan, they always still have games that continue. I heard, like, the last game for Dreamcast or a Dreamcast game just came out recently. So for them, it's...
The last what?
Yeah, I forgot where I read this. Yeah, they continue making games for consoles that are kind of not in production anymore. But honestly, I'm happy about that. Even, like, I have Borderlands, a pre-sequel on the 360, and I have it... Waste of money. But anyways, on the Xbox One, and you can tell the difference. You know what I mean? Like, maybe not insane amount. So I think a new Gears of War, if they're going to make a new game, it's much better to just go straight on the Xbox One.
Yeah, it was going to happen.
It's not a surprise. And
the thing is with the, PlayStation Now, where you can, like, get all the games, the virtual console, that kind of stuff, I can't see them holding it. Like, there was a reason why you would want to hold on to your old consoles, that kind of thing. But now the idea is to push everybody onto the next gen and
exactly.
Get moving, make fancier games, spend less time patching stuff for old consoles and trying to hack and slash and make it work because stuff's coming out broken, and we don't want that. We want good things. That's why we don't mind the delays. All right. On to the topics, the big topics. So, ladies, April 1st, also known as April Fools. Poisson d'avril, ici en Montréal.
Poisson d'avril.
Don't ask me why it's called Poisson d'avril, which essentially means April's fish. That makes no sense to me. But anyways, someone will explain that to me at some point. But yes, April Fools is the day when you cannot believe absolutely anything on the internet, more so than any other day of the year. Even though I always have to second guess anything that I see on the internet. April 1st is atrocious. But we get some pretty cool ideas on April 1st for games, for series, for geekdom. So I want to know if you guys have come across any April Fool's pranks that you actually wish were real. What might those be?
In the gaming world?
Anything. Anything. You saw something cool that happened on April's Fools that turned out to be a lie, and someone
honestly, every year, it's going to be a lie, except last year I actually got fooled when Titanfall, it was actually IGN, came out with the, I don't know if you guys remember this, but they came out with like a trailer for an Optimus Prime DLC.
Dude, IGN is so
like an idiot. Oh, I believed it. And I was like, oh my god, this is crazy. This is so exciting. Titanfall, you're so cool. And it was a fucking joke. So now this year, everything's fake.
I've learned not to believe IGN because that was my big one, was when they did the live action Zelda. I fucking believe that. And I still hold true to that. And that was so well done. Oh my god. Especially now with all the rumors, non-rumors, and whatever else about Netflix and Nintendo working together, whatever that shenanigans is. I want live action Zelda so bad. But this year they put out the Back to the Future trailer, which as soon as I saw it, I was like, yeah, that ain't happening.
Yeah, that was super fake. What was it, like Back to the Furious, or I don't know,
Yeah, it was like Fast and Furious.
I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, see, that one didn't fool me. The Optimus Prime one was, I don't know why, I'm like, wow, this is cool.
Yeah, I didn't see the Optimus Prime one.
Oh, go back and check it out. It's good.
Oh, the thing is, cool.
It's that borderline believable, right?
Exactly.
Where it's something that already exists, like Titanfall, which already has mechs, where it's not that far-fetched. That's where it gets you, right?
Yeah, well, it's believable. It's just riding that line.
I would wish it was real, so.
Yeah. How about you?
It's just that fine line of ridiculousness that like could have been, like a wait, something happened to the stream?
No, did it?
Nope.
I didn't hear anything.
Nope, sorry, I thought I heard. Okay, perfect.
Ooh.
It was just that fine line of ridiculousness with like Japanese game developers where I could actually see them releasing one of their most popular titles with like completely anthropomorphic dog characters. Like, and the trailer was so cute. I was kind of like, give it to me. Like, I wanted a little bit.
Like, take my money.
Yeah, I was like, I would give you $40 for that. You know what I mean?
Totally.
But I liked that one and from this year. Mm-hmm. And over the years, Blizzard has been fantastic with their April Fool's jokes. I mean, there's an archive somewhere on their site of all of the April Fool's jokes that they've had so far. And if you have time, go through it because they're fucking hilarious. Yeah. They're fantastic.
Twitch chat, if you've seen a really good April Fool's joke that you wish was real, holler at us, let us know in the chat. Also, if you want to send us questions, do so. We do take them. Did you guys see the Steam machine?
Yes, that was my other favorite one.
Yes.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, so good.
It's not cool, but it's really cool.
So good.
I wouldn't mind having that like as the box of my console.
There are people who have made ones like that though.
They went out and made one.
My arm, like charge an arm and a leg, and I am not.
Yeah, like a steampunk style console. It was really cool.
That's hilarious. I mean, well, you, Allie, did a wonderful one of our latest party chats, which essentially is a post that Allie rounds up, asks us all a question in the Girls on Games team about the last one was, what is our favorite, the console, the craziest modded console that we want to buy, our limited edition version. I picked one that was made out of gold.
Solid gold.
Solid gold. It costs so much money. PlayStation 4 made out of solid gold. But yeah, you need to go check that out because there's some pretty cool limited edition or modded consoles on there. And it's an art now. So many people are making some really, really nice stuff. And it's not that expensive if you want to change the look of your console. We did a review of D-Brand skins maybe about a year ago. Sounds about right. About a year ago now. And if you want a different look on your console, that's not a problem. It can be done. And not so expensive. But yeah, seeing a console that actually like spouts steam, that would be kind of wicked.
It's like a humidifier at the same time. Fantastic.
Yeah.
You can breathe all nice. Yeah. Moving on to the next topic. Now, there's a big article on Polygon about Microsoft and ignoring the fact that its Xbox One, by being always on, is actually a big energy waster. Now, this is not something I really thought about before I read this article. Are you ladies concerned about the energy consumption that your consoles are doing, not just environmentally, I guess, but then thinking about, the hit to your pocket when it comes to paying Hydro-Quebec?
Okay, well, that's the thing. Okay, so I read the two articles because there was one from Polygon, and they linked to the dude that made the complaints. Okay, so he specifically, this is about the United States, right? So this is all price figures. Okay, see, I don't know how much it works in Canada, but they should. I don't remember when I set up my Xbox One if they actually prompted you to explain to you what you were agreeing to, or because I don't remember if we were able to turn that feature off or turn it on or whatever.
I don't remember either.
I don't remember. They should change that, but personally, I don't mind having my Xbox on standby all day. I sound like a fucking, anti-environmentalist person or whatever.
Anti-hippie.
Honestly, I pay for electricity, so I don't mind. As long as I know what's going on. If it's, which I didn't, so bad, Microsoft now, but now I'm happy with it. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Not a big deal, I guess.
Personally, like
popular opinion.
Personally, I'm of the belief, like, if I go to turn something off, it's because I want it off. Mm-hmm. Like, if I want it idling in the background, I'll leave it on, or I'll put it in the mode designated to have it idling or updating in the background.
Yep.
The Xbox One is loud, and I can hear the power supply when I turn it off, and it's still running. I can hear the power supply. I can hear it making kind of like the fan making noises. And there's been a couple of times where I've like turned it off, gone to go to bed, and then come back and been like, what are you doing? Like, are you off? Like, what is happening?
Yeah.
So like I appreciate the option to turn it off completely. I mean, I don't leave my computer on all the time because I don't want it on all the time. So I'd like to do with that my Xbox.
Never really thought of it when it came to like energy consumption, but I have thought about it when I had a limited amount of bandwidth. And the idea of it being always on and doing updates and doing things when I didn't know and couldn't keep track of it, that was a problem. Now that I have unlimited internet, I don't really care. It can be on all the time. Doesn't really matter. One thing I do really like about the Xbox being on all the time is that I can charge my controllers. So on the PlayStation, like I have 2 docks. They both light up. The controllers sit in them. I can't tell you the brand names. They're both different off the top of my head. They light up. They're pretty.
They're really cool.
And they're charging my controllers, which is super handy because there is nothing worse when you go to play a game and your damn controller is out of battery power. And of course, like the console so far, you don't want to be plugged in all the time. Though the Xbox, well, my version, the Xbox, the Day 1 edition came with a really nice long cable. You don't want that, to have to deal with that. So when the fact that the Xbox and the USB ports are on all the time is handy. I have both PlayStation 4 and Xbox One controller charge docks plugged in all the time. So that I like that. That's cool.
Well,
but
what else?
Otherwise,
I like the fact that it also when it's idle, you have an automatic updating system. Like it updates your Xbox for you and does automatic downloads and shit, which I really freaking appreciate because my internet at my place is kind of up and down. I live in a concrete block, an old like old industrial place. So like my internet is not the greatest in the world, but so for that I really appreciate it. So rather than having to sit down after whatever I have to do during the day, whatever obligations I have to update it first before I can jump on. I don't have to because it's there, it's already done, and boom, I get to play. So
I like that feature too, where like with the Xbox is when you turn it on, and the last thing is still there, and you can still jump into the game. You don't have to totally load it as long as you didn't do like the hard reset. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I don't remember what that feature is called, if there's a technical name on it, but essentially you can get back to your game real quick, which I like. Because, I have no patience. And after I wait for updates, I wait for the game to start, I wait for load screens. That's a pain in the butt. Yeah. All right. Next one, ladies.
Next.
Have you ever been in a gaming funk? You ever had that moment where you're like, I just don't know what to play? You don't touch your consoles for a while? Allie?
Yes.
Do tell. When was the last gaming funk?
Tell us.
Elaborate.
Tell me your story.
Yeah. Tell us your story.
I had a rough time with gaming in like a good portion of 2014, and it wasn't about not knowing what to play. It was about having too many options and like so many things to play that I just felt overwhelmed. I felt like it was a rat race to finish every single game that came out, even if I was only moderately interested in them. So it just kind of got me down, and it didn't feel like a passion anymore. It felt more like an obligation. So that was a funk, but it just took some reevaluating how I wanted to approach gaming to snap me out of it. So now I only focus on the games that I really, really, really want to play rather than feeling obligated to try everything that comes out.
Yeah, there's always that issue, especially I know Catherine and I ran into it when we started Girls on Games, and there being just way too much stuff for 2 ladies to cover in their free time. It's hard, and there is a guilt. There's a guilt that you're like, I should be playing that now. I should be finished that. I should be moving on to the next thing. Going back and playing a game that came out even like a month prior when there's new stuff to play felt bad. It was tough. So I totally know where you're coming from there. But you know what? You just gotta play what you want to play and enjoy what you want to enjoy, because you only get so many hours in a day, and we gotta work, and we gotta sleep, and we gotta eat, and there's only so many gaming hours, so you might as well enjoy it, right?
Yeah, that's kind of the attitude I took on it, and it made everything a lot better.
How about you, Kat? Gaming funk?
Oh God, I go usually it's like twice a year. I go through gaming funks.
Yeah.
Usually in the middle and towards the end of school, where it's not so much. I don't know how to explain it. It's more like a feeling of guilt, which leads me into the funk where I feel like I shouldn't be playing video games. Like I have other things I have to do for playing. So like that's kind of happening right now. I play Borderlands maybe like twice, like 2 hours a night or something just to like, but like other than that, I haven't been touching my Xbox. And also, there's another thing also. I have other things I have to do in my life too that like take up, like right now I'm really into reading books. So like I'm going through a period of time where I'm reading a novel a week practically. So you know what I mean? So yeah. But I feel like there shouldn't be an obligation of how much you have to play or to be a gamer, you know what I mean? Like it's kind of like taboo to talk about this type thing. Say like,
hence why we're talking about it.
We're having a funk. We're not. No, it's like it's fine. It's perfectly fine. Shit happens in life. You got to live your life, man. Like I have friends, I have family, I have hobbies that are outside the gaming world necessarily. I have like reading, I like to draw, you know what I mean? So
yeah.
Funks happen all the time, and it's
yeah. I had a time when I was in school and I just didn't, doing your master's degree, you don't have time to play games. Though when I did get to play games, I thought it was great because it was a good release. But yeah, priorities take place, and going into moments where you're just like, I don't know what to play. Like maybe there's nothing out that you are really interested in. I know sometimes running up to the fall season, in the summertime, sometimes I'd run into funks because you played what you want to play and you feel like you should be playing something else, but there's nothing really that tickles your fancy, and all you want to do is like get the game that's coming out in September, October. It's not September, October, it's the middle of August, and you're just sitting there like being sad because you want to play something. But yeah, I mean, different moments in your life, gaming's always there. You can always come back to it as a release later on.
Yeah.
You get a moment. I've had a lot of people who end up having kids have to slow down a bit. Sometimes gaming actually helps because they have the time when the kid's asleep, or maybe the kid wakes them up and they have to like rock the cradle or something or feed the kid, and then they're up and they can't get back to sleep. It's a good way to spend some time.
Well, that's it. I mean, you have obligations. I mean, it's nice when you don't have any obligations other than maybe having a job during the day, whatever. But like, yeah, with kids, fuck, I don't know how I'm going to do that if I decide to have children one day. Far future. But you know what I mean? Yeah. And it's just that guilt. I shouldn't be doing this. I should be doing something productive, which is not even productive. But
I can't say that gaming's not productive because you do learn a lot of skills from video games.
That's why I put in quotations productive, because it's very subjective. But you know what I mean? Like I'd be like, okay, homework or video games? And then I go to do homework, and then I'd sit on my computer on Facebook for like 2 hours, or on fucking, I don't know, BuzzFeed. So productive is really
YouTube, man. YouTube
YouTube,
sucks so much time. Makeup and hair videos.
Black hole.
The sinkholes of the internet.
Oh my god. Yeah. The internet is for two things: boredom and porn.
And you can mix both.
Both. You can have both together. It doesn't matter. Well, that rounds up our topics for the week. I don't know if Twitch chat, if you want to chime in on any of those. We got a few questions. We actually have some from last week too. Celtic Stag, our lovely Devin, wants to know, if we could speedrun or learn to speedrun any game, which one would you like to and why? I guess it kind of brings up what we were talking about earlier. What would you want to try and speedrun?
I have a good one. Actually, I'm actually trying to plan this with a friend of mine. We want to speedrun Halo 2 Legendary 2 people. What makes that tricky is that if one person dies, you have to both die. So you restart the previous checkpoint. And I would love to find out how to speedrun through that game. And I think it's an achievement too. So, but yeah, for me, that would be my ultimate. Because other games like RPGs and all that, I like to take my sweet ass time and look for everything. So, but in Halo, I've played it so damn often that I just want to be through it, see if I can do it.
Allie?
I'm going to go back to Animal Crossing here for a second.
Speedrun through Animal Crossing?
Yes, I know. I didn't think about it either. But I saw a tweet from, I forget what site. It was a retweet somewhere on my timeline. And it was like, so-and-so is about to finish the world record for Animal Crossing speedrun. And I was like, what now? And so I watched that, and I thought that was really fun. And I'm not really a fan of speedrunning with exploits or without exploits. I have respect for people who do it.
Okay, hold on.
It's just not my thing.
Define exploits.
Exploits?
Or exploits, or whatever you just
exploits in the game.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
So, yeah.
I thought you said some other special term. I was like, what?
No exploits. Okay. But yeah. So I think watching her play the Animal Crossing, I tuned in for the last 4 hours when I was at work, because I had so much things to do.
It's just good entertainment
that was fun.
To keep on in the background.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of fun, Yeah. Like, it's silly. That would be my type of interest in it, but that's about as far as it goes. Yep.
Speedrun seems like such a skill that I have no patience for. I mean, there's many a time when I'm trying to review a game and I'm like, if only I could play this faster. Yoshi's Story, I think Yoshi's Island. Yoshi's Story. I don't remember. What's the name of it? The one that I just played. Jeez Louise. Don't you love when you have a brain fart?
All the time.
There's a dude on Twitch that like speed runs them all the time. Trihex. Man, I love watching that. It just seems like such an art.
Oh yeah, it's skillful, man. Some of these games you have to speedrun. It's.
But you would have no time to play anything else. No time. And I like playing other things because, see, I'm not one to repeat something over and over again. I just want to play it once, get through it, find out the information, and move on to the next new thing. Yeah. Devin also asks if you could have a board game based on any video game property, what would it be and why?
Interesting.
Other than Monopoly, which they make everything.
There's a Monopoly for everybody. And a Trivial Pursuit for everything.
I don't think he necessarily means like taking a current property and turning it, like putting like a mask on it, like, like Star Wars version of Monopoly or Risk made out of Lord of the Rings. I think he's saying like just have a board game version of something that you can play tabletop.
I would have to go, and this is kind of cheating a little bit because it was hinted at and kind of talked about, Pillars of Eternity, which is this new isometric RPG that I'm like really digging. They're talking about coming out with a tabletop game for that. I'm not quite sure if it'd be a board game or just like a pen and paper style. It'd probably be more along the lines of pen and paper. Mm-hmm. I'd be totally down for that. Is that cheating? To say the one that's kind of like maybe already in the works?
No.
So yeah, that one. That one.
I'm trying to think of a game that would be fun to translate to a completely new, different kind of board game. I mean, they already have the BioShock Infinite one.
That Hand of Fate game, for what I saw of it, seemed like it kind of had elements of cardboard game mixed in. I mean, you could go straight up and say like the Hearthstone or whatever, right? But
Hearthstone was already the WoW TCG before it got killed. So, but yeah, that would Hand of Fate could make a really cool pen and paper like dice rolling game. Something really simple to pick up and play.
No.
Well, Vivian said something good. She said the tabletop version of Borderlands, or maybe Tales from the Borderlands, which would be pretty fucking wicked. It has good lore. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Sorry.
It's hard.
That was a good question, Devin.
Good question, Devin. The Pixelbot wants to know, what character from a comic, novel, show, etc. would you like to see have their own game, and what kind of game would it be?
What's one of my favorite comics?
Oh, I know.
Okay.
Red Sonja. I'd love to have a hack and slash RPG based off of her and her exploits, her sexy exploits. So yeah, yes. That would be awesome. That'd be so sick. That'd be so cool. And they could do it kind of in the style of Borderlands. And
yeah, that'd be cool.
Okay, as a person, I would like maybe Cassandra Hack and Slash. As a character, Hack and Slash.
Okay. I thought you meant like as a person yourself. Person.
As an actual character, that I would like it. It would be kind of like a. Oh, well, the name of the comic book is called Hack and Slash, so it's a hack and slash. Can't make it something it's not. So, killing and shit. But maybe as a comic book, I would like to see in a game. I would maybe like a lock and key one. That would be pretty cool.
A Telltale lock and key would be amazing.
Would be the best. Yes. What else? That would be definitely. Why the Last Man? Not really. That's one of my favorites. No, yeah, lock and key. Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, and Cassandra Hack. So.
The shows that I'm watching right now kind of don't fit in a lot of this stuff. Like following Mad Men. What kind of a game would you make out of Mad Men? I'm following Face Off, which is a reality show where people actually do real special effects, where it's actually like they actually have fucking talent, and they're nice individuals. They don't try to like be all bitchy with each other. On the other side of things, I love RuPaul's Drag Race, and they already have a game.
Yes.
And that's super bitchy and catty. But I'm watching Bitten. And I read all the books that encompass that world, and having a Bitten game where you're a werewolf, the only female werewolf, would be kind of interesting, I think.
Yeah. Like a dating sim?
No.
No? I like dating sims. It would be like I would bite it.
I haven't played a dating sim. I should try that at some point.
I played a really embarrassing number of dating sims.
That's okay. To each their own. And
I'm not really embarrassed by it, though. So
obviously,
it's okay.
you submitted it on the internet, so it's all good.
On the interwebs.
On the interwebs.
Interwebs.
The only Lilo asks, Thursday's podcast really got me into supporting indie local game development. He went to and supported the Hollow Bunnies Kickstarter afterwards. Thank you very much. That is the whole point of why we're doing this. It's because we love indie games and we want to give them some more love back and pass them on, all the good love and on to you guys. What other platforms are indie and small developers using? Jeez. Indie developers are using pretty much everything now. I mean, mobile, PC, India. What is it? The ID at Xbox is really big. PlayStation really gives the love to their indie developers. Nintendo, it's a little bit more difficult, it seems like, but still, you know, like Shovel Knight came out on Wii U and DS before anything else, and that was friggin' awesome. Yeah, I think the thing is now is there are no barriers onto platform that indie developers can create things on now. It's really what's the type of game you want to make, what's the type of audience you want to reach, how do you want it controlled, and then you pick the platform, which is cool.
I know, I don't know if this really follows under his question, but tool-wise, I know a lot of indie developers are turning to Twine. Twine's becoming really, really popular.
What was it? It's not Unity. There was something else that released not too long ago, like an engine or something that was paid for and now is totally free.
What's it called?
Is it Unreal or something? Not Unreal. Was it Unreal?
It's, says
the
Unreal Engine.
Says the podcast god.
It became free for schools and students, I believe, and then for everybody, maybe. I don't know about that last part.
That's really cool. And, you know, you can build games now on using HTML5, which is entirely free. We saw a really cool game at the indie event at Dawson College a little while ago called hold on, I'll tell you in 2 seconds because I took a picture of the business card, which is completely run out of a web browser, which is really neat. Very new. Go ahead, Allie, while I look.
Ilo was actually just asking about what crowdfunding platforms. That's what he meant, other than Kickstarter.
Okay. Other End is the name of that game that I looked at, by the way.
Let's say Ilo, like Indiegogo is popular.
Indiegogo, yeah. Kickstarter.
Not
Patreon, not so much, because that's more of a subscription thing.
GoFundMe, I think it's more personal. I don't know if it's for project. I don't know. I could be wrong, though.
I think I've seen some, but I'm not that. No, I usually just go on Kickstarter.
Yeah, Kickstarter to fund things. A lot of, and then, if projects also try, there's the Canadian Media Fund. A lot of the games that we've seen at events and stuff have applied for grants. Canada's wonderful for that. I don't know how it works in other places, but yeah, you can apply for grants. And then, of course, there's always private stuff. A lot of the big companies now are actually, like Ubisoft, have, to let their teams, if they have an idea, kind of create it. That's kind of how Child of Light happened, out of someone's inspiration inside. So yeah, the options are endless, really.
Yeah, it's becoming, and I mean, Twitter and Facebook have become so awesome for people getting the message out there and, funding privately. It's crazy. Yeah. It's crazy how many days, how many tweets per day go across my timeline about people starting their own projects. It's insane.
Yeah.
It's increased.
We went through that moment. We went through that moment where it was kind of scary because like the middle developer kind of dropped away because it was just getting too expensive for them to make games, and they, like the so many platforms and all this jazz. And now that void has kind of been eaten up by the indie developers because there are so many options out there, and they're the same quality as AAAs and stuff.
Exactly. But you know what's really good about that, though, is the fact that they're able to express their creativity in ways that they wouldn't normally do so by being constrained by like a big AAA, company or whatever. So I find that's really cool. Like the one we saw at the IDGA night. Remember the one? It was like Acid Trip.
Oh,
like see, that was one of the coolest things I have ever seen in my entire life.
Adventure Time meets crack cocaine.
It was like, seriously, man.
I can't wait to play that. I need to talk to that girl.
Before playing that game, and you're gonna have a very good evening, like really good. But see, you know what I mean? Like the creativity's all there. It was all in her mind. It's all she wanted to do. She was able to express it rather than having to make another cardboard copy of other games, right? Just to pander to the general public. So I find that's really wicked for. Oh, there you go, Jardinium. Thank you.
Jardinium,
that was so cool.
Yeah, totally. Let's see what else we got. Pat wants to know. Ooh. What would be the guest you would like to see or meet during Montreal Comic Con? Ooh.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord and Lord.
Like the be all end all guest? Oh, goodness. Oh, no. Somebody else go first.
Wait. Okay. Okay, I'll say my first answer, which is not my complete answer. For crush-wise, if I had to meet somebody I had a huge crush on, because I find him aesthetically pleasing, it would be Kit Harington, a.k.a. Jon Snow.
Okay.
Next person. I'll come back to the good final one after.
Okay. All right. I really want to meet Greg Miller. I had a chance at E3. He walked by and I geeked out. Look, I have gotten to shake the hand and take pictures with a lot of big names. I don't really geek out. I have learned to contain it. I mean, I've met Dave Grohl.
Oh, God.
I've met Peter Gabriel. I've met Linkin Park. Like, it's insane. Metallica, like, it's insane. I lost my freaking mind when Greg Miller walked by. It's so nerdy of me. But yeah, Greg, at some point, I want to shake your hand and say thank you. That would be an awesome guest for me to see. For those who don't know, Greg Miller used to be on IGN and now runs Kind of Funny Games. While along with Colin Moriarty. I'd like to meet Colin too. Recently he's also part of that new Spike show, the Lip Sync Battle, and he does like interviews and stuff running up to the show, like a pre-show and all that kind of stuff with another comedian. And yeah, I just think he's really awesome, and I like his comedy and I like his delivery, and yeah, I'd like to meet him.
Well, beans. I've actually never watched any of his stuff. I probably should.
He's loud, obnoxious, and funny, so exactly the kind of entertainment I enjoy.
Okay.
He has no shame, too.
I already met this person. Sorry,
okay.
We're still on this question, right? I was lost in my head.
Yeah, we're still on the question.
Okay. Yeah, okay. So I already met this person, but I want to take a picture with him, which is Bruce Campbell.
Okay.
I would love to meet David Bowie because David Bowie from Labyrinth was my first. Well, that was like my first love at like 3 years old, man. Anyways, David Bowie.
David Bowie.
And I would like to meet Joe Abercrombie, the author, because his books are some of my favorite fantasy books in the world. There, it's done.
Allie?
I'm drawing a blank. I was trying to I went through all my head. I was like, oh, TV, movie, games, books, but I've already I met my favorite author. I met Will Wheaton and Felicia Day at the same Montreal Comic Con, which was very emotional.
That was 2 years ago?
Very emotional day for Allie, but Felicia Day told me she liked my hair, so that just about made my life. But no, so I met those two. God. I really have no idea. I have no idea who I'd want to meet now. This is terrible. I don't have an answer for your question. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Maybe you'll tweet it later.
Yeah, there we go. I'll give you a follow-up.
Springs on you, and you're like, yes!
Yes.
Yeah.
Person!
Oh, no, I have one. Yes, Markiplier. I'd like to meet Markiplier.
Cool.
Yeah,
Awesome.
there you go.
Sweet.
Cute.
There you go.
And with that, I think we've had a pretty good podcast.
Yes.
Thank you, chat, for hanging out with us. If you want to learn more about Girls on Games, you can find us on Twitter at The Girls on Games, on our website, girlsongames.ca, on Facebook at Girls on Games, on Instagram at Girls on Games, right here on our Twitch channel in case you're watching this later or you're checking this out on iTunes. Ooh, subscribe to our podcast on iTunes. We always post it there afterwards. And come back on Thursday at 8 p.m. because Catherine is going to be playing, and I never ever remember the name of this game. I don't know why. The Tender Cut. And this game looks like this. It looks spooky.
Creepy.
It's like 20 minutes long. I'm sure she'll play it over and over again. But she refuses to play it in advance, just so that you can all experience the wonderful fun together. So that's our next indie spotlight happening this Thursday. If you have an indie game that you want us to play, shoot us an email at indiespotlight@girlsongames, or you can hit us up on any of the social media. There goes Bowie. He's telling us to stop talking.
Yeah, he's like, shut up.
Shut up, people. So with that, I want to thank Allie and Kat for joining me today.
No problem.
And we love y'all. Keep playing games. Keep having fun. See you next week.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.